Hello everyone, today we are going to craft titanium in one of the hardest Minecraft mod packs, Great Tech, New Horizons. Before recording the video we have done quite a lot of things, and have pushed to the early HVs. However, by looking into the quest line and NEI, we surprisingly find out that freezing titanium requires vacuum freezer, which requires EV circuits to make. Apparently we don't have EV circuits yet, so we look further into the quests. Crafting EV circuits needs CPU wafers, which shall be engraved in the clean room. So we have to build a toilet for those stinky laser engravers. Because we have AE2 auto crafting gifted by the gods, we just pattern up everything we need and request materials for a 9x9 clean room, which I think will be enough for quite a while. After letting the server run overnight, we successfully gathered all the plastic, concrete and filtering casings we need for building the clean room. And we are distracted by some weird noise. It seems that some squid was spawned on the shore. After taking care of the ink sacks, we wander around the base to select a good spot for the toilet. We shall build it right under the great glass pillar. Then we manually clean up a rectangular region for the build, and manually build it up. It appears to be a valid structure, even though we forgot to put energy hatch in the walls. So we request some pipeless steam hatches and steam turbine, so that we don't have to wire power from all the way above. Looking the recipe for CPU wafer, we found out that diamond lens are required, so we shall build an HV lathe to craft some. After letting the lathe be there and doing its work, we are reminded that using phosphorus doped wafers gives 4 times more yield compared to pure silicon, so we build another EBF on circuit number 3, to bake the silicon boule we need. We steal some energy from our neighbor quadruple EBF group, and quickly set up an EasyMe on-demand crafting system. Then we realized the boule was too fragile, so we need protection gas while baking it, and we did not put fluid input hatch in the EBF. We return to the site and adjust our setup. After that we can safely request some good phosphorus boules. Looking at the AE interface, we realized that somehow we are still using small chemical reactors, when reacting silicon with hydrochloric acid and craft polysilicon. This is way too bad for our mental health, so we consider changing the recipe to large chemical reactors. However, it seems that the LCR recipe requires circuit number 9, which conflicts with our current 24/1 setup, so we shall build a brand new LCR. Because setting up a subnetwork each time we add a new LCR is very troublesome, we shall see if we can make a dual input hatch, so that we can use a single ME interface, and also enjoy the distinct buses. The only dual input hatch we could make is the ones added by Programmable Hatches mod, which indeed requires glue than what we obtain from those rubber trees. Now it's time for some more chemical synthesis chains. Unfortunately, the glue requires PVC, which is also using another circuit that we currently don't have. So we will have to suffer from those cans and small chemical reactors for some more time. And the chemical reactor is totally stuck by those silicon dusts, so we will have to wait for a while. After enjoying a good dinner and some movie, we finally have some PVC fluid in our AE2 system. And I forgot the steam mixer only had one input hatch, so we have to add another one, in order that the recipe can be correctly executed. We fix that issue and quickly fill up all the missing patterns, and then we request some glue. Then we realize 2 major problems. Firstly, the phosphorus wafer should be engraved in an HV laser engraver, which requires HV emitter, which requires Eye of Ender. Since we are on peaceful mod, we can't just get those stuff straightly from taking a trip to the nether, so we have to build a industrial mob farm from science no leisure. Secondly, the dual hatch also requires a programmable cover, which is gated behind titanium. We can't solve either of these 2 problems in a short time, so we shall probably leave them to next episodes. Bye bye.